Some of you may think, oh, I don't deserve this. You're not the judge of you. I am. And if I see the quality in you to be a leader, to be someone that people look up to, then you earned it. You deserve it.
Us. Mike Schlosser.
The black belt is just the beginning of your journey. Continue to inspire, to continue to be a leader, continue to make a difference in people's lives. People depend on you to show them skills, to show them what life is about, right? You and I have been around a long time. A little bit longer. Don't push it. Okay. So, but time. Give yourself time.
Us.
Okay? Congratulations. And I did it right. Speech, absolutely.
All right. Yeah, this is kind of emotional for me, and I don't mind saying that I'm an emotional person, and I know why some people are here that I wasn't expecting were here. I do want to say a few things that I think are very important. My martial arts journey started when I was in high school, a sophomore in high school in 1976.
Us.
I'm thinking, my gosh, this guy is old, right? I get it.
Ah, damn.
High school?
High school.
All right,
Elementary.
But what I've learned throughout the martial arts and through my 20 years or so of Jiu Jitsu is that it is truly respect, empathy, integrity. All of those things are so important. But I'm going to tell you a couple of stories if I have time. Okay.
You have time.
Okay. So when I was growing up, I had very special people in my life, especially my mom and my dad. And my dad passed away a few years ago. But I learned at a young age empathy and respect, and I learned something from them that they never said. They didn't say this. I just figured it out. Your character is judged by how you treat people that can't do anything to you and can't do anything for you. That is how your character is judged. I'm going to give you a couple examples. My mom and dad were those kind of people. I've got dozens of stories. I'll tell you one for each, my mom and my dad. And then I'll tell you an empathy story if you remind me, because I'm old and I forget. So my mom, we didn't have a lot of money growing up. My mom was a secretary, because now it's an administrative aide, so to be politically correct. But she was a secretary at a grain elevator. She would get up at 3 in the morning. She would work. She would come back and get me and Julie, my sister, off to school. She'd go back to work all day. And she was so busy during the week and even sometimes had to work on weekends. Sunday was her one day that she had off. And she could maybe clean the house and stuff, which my sister and I ended up doing a lot of that for her because we loved her and she showed us so much. Every Sunday, for probably until this woman passed away for years, my mom had coffee with someone every Sunday morning for like 4 hours. This person lived in a trailer park. She had no friends. She just had a dog. And I don't want to make it sound like this in a bad way, but you know, she didn't really take care of herself hygienically or whatever. But my mom had the compassion to sit for 4 hours every Sunday morning and have coffee with her. That's one story. Second story, I'm walking down the street with my dad, and I see this person walking toward us, and I know this person. I'm not going to say his name, but he's passed away since then too, but he had some developmental issues. He didn't speak as well as people, and he had kind of a different walk about him. And we're walking toward him, and I knew that this was the guy that all my friends would imitate and make fun of, as I'm just a little kid. We're walking up to him, and my dad says, "Oh, wait a minute. Hey, Mike, I want you to meet Dave. Dave is really one of my best friends, and if you ever need anything from Dave, you just ask him." And I shook hands with Dave. My dad treated him with the same respect he'd treat anybody else with. Here's a story on empathy. And again, I can tell stories all day. I'm a storyteller, as some of you guys know. So when I was a little guy, I don't remember how old I was. I was this tall, so I was probably 20. No, I'm just kidding. Short joke. But yeah, I was grade school or whatever. And my grandpa was, basically people called him the town drunk. I loved him, he was my favorite grandpa. But when he drank, he was very violent. He barged into the kitchen one day at my house with my mom and dad in the kitchen. He cut my dad's throat with a spatula. Blood is squirting out. They're fighting in the front yard and the police pull up. Just about 3 days later, my parents set me down and said, "Grandpa Dell is not a bad person. He has a problem. It's called alcoholism." So if you think that people that have financial problems, alcohol, drug, relationship problems, all these things, if you have some empathy for them, and especially understanding that maybe they didn't have the same opportunities as you can be the one that maybe can be a mentor, maybe somebody that can lift them up, and maybe somebody that can at least understand why they are the way they are. So martial arts, to me, when I got into martial arts, it was like, yes, this martial arts, this is about character, this is about integrity, this is about respect. This is about being a mentor to others, and especially by 20 years as a police officer, to all the kids in town, and going by the youth center and beating them in Connect Four and playing basketball and showing them my crossover and having them laugh at me. But just, I just think, we just need to treat people with respect. Your character's judged by how you treat people that can't do anything to you and for you. And I am so honored to have this. My journey has taken me to many dojos, including my own that I had for about 17 years. But when I came here, this place was special to me. Everybody in here is special to me. This man here, which is, can't say brother, but this man here is so special to me, and I've had some great conversations with him, especially over the last year, because some of you know, what is the date today? 7th? Yesterday was the anniversary to where I had a stroke. In February and March were the anniversary of when I had 2 stents put in. And I went to the doctor and they said, "Well, if you exercise and you eat right," and it's like, I've been doing all of those things. I have to where people think I'm crazy. But they said, "Well, since you've done those things, that's why you're alive. Keep doing those things." I can't do everything I could do, but I will continue to train in Jiu Jitsu. I will continue to train with you. I would like to teach you, but I also want to learn from you. A lot of the classes we've had where I've been, we've all learned from each other. But special thanks to one of my best friends and family. You're up here now. Oh, that's right.